Wang Meng only took a short 18 years to help Fu Jian transform a weak D-tribe regime into the largest power in the Central Plains region. However, Wang Meng deeply understood that the seemingly powerful Qin dynasty at that time was only a loose and fragile authoritarian regime of multiple ethnicities and cultures, extremely immature. Wang Meng also knew well that Fu Jian was a kind-hearted monarch but lacked high cognitive abilities. Fu Jian was a rational person easily swayed by emotions, lacking in strength and decisiveness of character. Without Wang Meng's guidance and support, Fu Jian would have found it difficult to deal with the complex and ever-changing situation both inside and outside the Qin dynasty at that time. When Wang Meng was critically ill, he advised Fu Jian, although the Jin dynasty is located in the remote south, it is the orthodox of Huaxia, and the court is harmonious and stable with its subjects. The most precious thing for the country now is to be close to virtuous and kind-hearted people and to be friendly with neighboring countries. After my death, your majesty must not seek to destroy the Jin dynasty. The Xianbei and Western Chang have surrendered, but the hearts of the nobles are still rebellious. They are enemies of our country, and sooner or later, they will become a menace. They should be gradually eradicated for the benefit of the country. But after Wang Meng's death, Fu Jian did not heed his advice. Instead, he prioritized the promotion of traditional Chinese cultural education, law, and order. He sought to reconcile the conflicts among the various ethnic groups within the country and stabilize society. This way, he aimed to unite the people and establish the authority of the central government. Fu Jian continued his military campaigns, annihilating the two major northern powers, former Liang and the Dai state, thereby completely achieving the unification of the north. He even ordered General Lu Guang and others to lead 70,000 troops on a distant expedition to conquer the western regions, those countries that did not submit to the Qin dynasty. Finally, Fu Jian shifted his focus to eastern Jin. In February of the year 378 AD, Fu Jian dispatched generals Fu Pai, Yang En, Murong Chui, Yao Chang, and others to lead a total of 170,000 troops, dividing them into 4 routes to converge and attack Xiangyang. The Qin army reached north of the Mian River, where the eastern Jin general Zhu Su believed that the Qin army lacked boats and thus did not take precautions. Later, the Qin general Shi Yu led 5,000 cavalry to cross the Han River downstream. Zhu Su, in panic and fear, fortified the inner city of Xiangyang. Upon hearing that the Qin army was approaching, Zhu Su's mother, Lady Han, personally ascended the city wall to inspect its strength. When she reached the northwest corner and found it lacking in solidity, she led over 100 serving women and adult women from the city to build a new wall within the existing one, diagonally, extending it for over 20 zhang, about 66 meters. When the Qin army arrived, indeed, the northwest corner of the wall was breached. The defenders then moved to the new wall to defend, causing the Qin army to retreat. This section of the wall came to be known by the people of Xiangyang as the Ladies' Wall. When the Qin army first arrived at Xiangyang, the commander Fu Pai heeded the advice of the renowned general Go Chang to besiege rather than attack Xiangyang, aiming to avoid casualties among the soldiers. Go Chang personally made preparations for siege weapons such as flying cloud ladders in anticipation of the need for a strong assault later on. Before long, Murong Chui captured Nanyang Commandery and captured its governor, Jing Yi. Later, he joined forces with Fu Pai at Xiangyang, surrounding it as tightly as an iron bucket. Even the relief forces dispatched by the Eastern Jin court dared not advance to support Xiangyang. At this time, the court ministers responsible for judicial duties, seeing no effectiveness despite the expenditure of thousands of gold daily during the prolonged siege, requested the recall of the commander-in-chief, Fu Pai, and handing him over to the highest judicial officer for investigation. Fu Jian, feeling helpless, said, "Fu Pai and others have spent a large amount without producing results. Indeed, they should be condemned and executed. However, the army has been on expedition for a long time, and it cannot return without achievement. I will pardon Fu Pai and others this time, allowing them to redeem themselves through military accomplishments." Fu Jian sent a close attendant to severely reprimand Fu Pai and others, and he gave Fu Pai a sword, saying, "If victory is not achieved by next spring, you may end your own life. Do not show your shameless face to me again." Upon receiving the decree, Fu Pai and others were extremely terrified. Fortunately, Li Bohu, a commander in Xiangyang, secretly sent his son to the Qin army, expressing willingness to surrender as an inside collaborator. Fu Pai then ordered all troops to attack Xiangyang. The city fell to the attack, and Zhu Su was captured and sent to the Qin capital, Chang'an. The surrendered general Li Bohu was accused by Fu Jian of disloyalty and was publicly executed as a warning. Zhu Su had once hidden secretly in the home of his friend Xia Kuei. Fu Jian suspected Xia Kuei and had him arrested. To avoid implicating his friend, Zhu Su immediately surrendered himself. Fu Jian greatly admired his noble character and appointed him as an official in charge of managing finance and taxation. Fu Jian judged people solely based on their superficial character rather than their internal political stance. Such an attitude is truly difficult to comprehend. Zhu Su, a Han Chinese whom Fu Jian admired for his noble character but who remained loyal to the Eastern Jin court, betrayed the Qin army's secrets and orchestrated a panic among the vanguard forces, leading to the Qin army's defeat in the Battle of Feishui. Zhu Su played a crucial role in the Battle of Feishui in the year 378 AD, while Fu Jian launched a dual offensive against the Eastern Jin from the east and west. Duke of Beihai, a member of the Qin royal family who was stationed in Luoyang, Fu Chong, attempted rebellion but was immediately thwarted by his advisor, Lv Guang, a renowned general loyal to Fu Jian. Fu Jian did not punish Fu Chong and, 2 years later, appointed him again as the general who guards the north, stationed in Ji City. In the same year, Duke of Tang, another renowned general from the Qin royal family, Fu Luo, became discontented with Fu Jian's rewards. Fu Luo had just led troops to destroy the Dai state, achieving great success. He hoped to be granted a high position in the court, but instead, Fu Jian appointed him as the general who conquers the south, stationed far from the capital Chang'an, in Chengdu. Influenced by another general, Ping Gui, who sowed discord, Fu Luo decided to rebel. At that time, only Fu Chong sent troops to support Fu Luo, leading a joint force of 70,000 soldiers straight towards Chang'an. People feared turmoil and unrest spread. Fu Jian, furious, dispatched troops to suppress the rebellion. He engaged in a battle with the combined forces of Fu Chong and Fu Luo in Zhongshan, capturing Fu Luo alive and executing Fu Chong, thus quelling the rebellion. Fu Jian was inherently kind-hearted, having received Confucian education since childhood. He aspired to eliminate hatred among various ethnic groups and ensure that all people, whether Han or non-Han, could live happily. Although Fu Jian ascended to the throne through a coup, after becoming emperor, he only executed the tyrant Fu Xing and about 20 other corrupt officials, without expanding the killings or unjustly executing any innocents. He even allowed Fu Xing's son, Fu Kuei, to inherit the title of Duke of Yu. Fu Jian was one of the few benevolent monarchs in Chinese history. However, Fu Jian also had a fatal flaw: he was too tolerant towards people, even disregarding potential threats. There is a widely known folk saying in ancient China, one must not have malicious intentions, but one must not lack vigilance against others. Fu Jian exemplifies in Chinese history the tragedy of losing a country due to a lack of vigilance against others. He stands as a poignant example of a benevolent monarch who ultimately faced the consequences of his overly trusting nature.